Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. It's time for the EPL prediction show.
Henry, chance, Balotelli, Aguero! Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City!
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye-bye.
Cazorla, Giroud again, Joe Wilson! It's Gerrard. That's a great strike! McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent! Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV. We're back with another prediction show. Sorry I didn't miss last week's one, but we're doing this week Matchday 3. Manny, how are you doing, my friend?
Can't complain. I hope you're well. As long as you're well, I am too.
Yeah. We got Brad back on the channel. How you doing, my friend?
I'm not doing too bad, mate. It's good to see you up and about and doing a bit better, mate. So good to be on the show and get some predictions. All completely wrong by me. But
oh, mate, don't worry. That trust me being up and about will last about 2 minutes and then Arsenal fuck me over. So yeah, as usual, doing our own predictions. If you want to take part in the chat, please do so by putting your predictions in the chat below. In the chat, if you missed the stream, obviously just put your comments in the comments below, and I'll add them in later. And then obviously, like the winners announced at the next EPL review show. It should be Tuesday, not Monday, because obviously Monday we got the Man United Liverpool game, so we can't miss that one out. Can't miss that one out, of course. Anyway, right. Start game one. We'll start with obviously Arsenal's game, 5:30 kickoff. Arsenal versus Bournemouth versus Arsenal at the Vitality Stadium. There you go. Anthony's appeared right there last. See, look, he's always about 5 minutes late. Right? Can't trust him. Like, it's a liability. How you doing?
Not too bad, Stephen, and you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. So, yeah, just back to start actually, so just in time. We'll start with Bournemouth versus Arsenal. Start with Brad first. Brad, what you think?
Well, I mean, first of all, obviously, I'm quite impressed with the way Arsenal played against us. Unfortunately, you were very, very easy on the eye to watch in that game. People will say, obviously, Danny Ward had a clanger and whatnot, and a few goals have been assisted, but you were always going to win that game the way you played it. And I'm probably more of an Arsenal fan in terms of your transfer actions than the most Arsenal fans at the moment. I think you'll do really well in this game. I like Bournemouth. I'm always a bit of an underdog fan being a Leicester fan, but I just think you're going to cruise this. I think it's going to be a 3-0 Arsenal win.
Okay, right. I'm just going to put the other two it should be on as well. Mike is just said he hasn't got it on Twitter. He's just dropped out, so just put the link in there for him. So yeah, you're saying 3-0 Arsenal. That's funny because I said 3-0 Arsenal as well. That's right. Even though I'm being positive, guys. Come on, like for all the Arteta winners that think I'm a miserable sod. Manny, how you doing? By the way, big up, Mike. How you doing?
Yeah, sorry about that. My Twitter's glitching, so I had to get you to drop the link. Yeah, not bad, mate. After Newport later, so we'll get further depressed from that. But I'm big. I'm good. I'm big. I'm good. Big up.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
was going to say I'm big up. But,
I know. Thanks for dropping in last minute. I'll just go. I say as well. By the way, I asked a few months ago a member that was on the channel, a member that was of the channel. Sorry, I have to say this as well because he might be watching and wonder why he's blocked. Lewis Potter Super B, right? You told me you weren't someone that I already knew. You're a liar. You're a liar, right? You're someone that I knew who I already blocked and told I don't want to see on this channel again. Hence why you've now been blocked by my mods, and I want you to stay blocked. Don't think of creating another account. Don't come back near me, otherwise, and any other person that I know, right? And you know who I'm talking about, right? And don't even try it because I'll find out again, please, right? Once I ban people permanently, I ban them permanently. That's it, right? Simple. Sorry about that. I had to put that get that out. So anyway, Manny, what are you going for, mate?
I'm going for 3-1. I mean, I'm less positive than you, but we're going to get a win. So if any Arteta in fans try to come at me, I'll tell them, start off, I think we'll win. Because I still don't have that faith in our defence to be able to stay solid against this Bournemouth team. Granted, they will be playing with Kiefer Moore up front as a striker, a lone striker, but they will find a way to score goals, but just the one though. And we will score more than them, so 3-1, easy.
Okay. Anthony, what are you doing? Where are you going for this one, mate?
I'm going to go for the same scoreline, 3-1.
3-1 or 2-1? Because he said 2-1.
Oh, 3-1, sorry.
I said 3-1.
Oh, you said 3-1?
Yep, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a prediction.
It must have been something in the audio because I didn't hear. Oh, I thought you said 2. 3-1. Yep. Anthony. 3-1, Anthony. Mike, what are you doing, mate?
I've said it all week, and I'm going to stick with it. 2-1 Bournemouth. It's their first home game of the season against a top 6 side. They've got records of beating top 6 sides at the Vitality. Kiefer Moore is a awful awful striker to defend against because he's so physical, so strong. And yeah, they have goals in the team with Solanke. I really like the sign of Marcus Tavernier as well. I think it's going to be a tricky game at the beach for Arsenal.
Okay.
I meant Solanke's going to be fit for this game, mate.
No, I meant throughout the season they've got goals from Solanke and from Kiefer Moore.
Oh, that's fine. But if Solanke's not fit, then it should be all the easier for us, I would say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rest your laurels on Kiefer Moore.
And I wouldn't call Solanke anything near a prolific goal scorer, especially not in this division. I think he's still got 1 goal to his name.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Last season ever to the
right. Tottenham Hotspur versus Wolves. I've gone. Well, I have the policy of I don't ever predict a Tottenham win, so I don't care. So
that's Stephen bottom of the predictions, people.
I don't care if it means I lose the predictions, mate. I don't care. I'm just not saying it on camera. 2-1 Wolves. I've gone. Right.
God, Steve.
I know. But there you go. Brad, what are you going for?
Sorry, Steve, but I think Wolves are a mess this season, and I don't have any loyalty towards hatred of either of these sides, except for the fact my dad supports Wolves. But I think Wolves are a mess, and I can only see Spurs winning this. Probably a bit lackadaisical, they'll win it though, and I think it'll be a 2-0 win.
Okay. 2-1 win. 2-1 win. No, 2-1 win to Spurs. Did you say? Right, Manny, what are you going for?
3-0 Tottenham. They're going to cut up those Wolves. Probably won't score as many goals, but they're going to expect a response. Conte will expect a response from his team after that draw against Chelsea. They're looking good as well.
Anthony, what are you going for?
Well, I'm going to go for... You know what? I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Tottenham. You've got to face facts, basically. So But then Conte was sent off in the last game, wasn't he? So he's at the back of the stands, but you still get his information across somehow.
Oh
so
yeah, he'll still get his.
yeah. So I'm gonna go 2-0 win Tottenham.
Call yourselves Arsenal fans. Mike, what are you going for?
I'll just put in the private chat that I'm going to have to sort a few things out. So I put my prediction in the private 3-0 Spurs.
Yeah, 3-0. Right,
so I'll put them in there for the time that I'm gone.
All right, cool. Yeah, okay. Let's see if Alan's put his prediction. Joanne's going for a 2-1. Yeah, she had apparently a free bet as well. Big up, Say. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I'll send you a link if you're free. Do pop on, and I'll stick your prediction somewhere on there. So, but
I think he's streaming now, Stephen.
Yeah, I believe he is. He's actually gone 2-2. Actually, he's gone 2-2 in the chat. So, so if you could just give us your prediction for the Arsenal game, then I'll put that in as well. 2-2. Just quickly put Saints down here. Right. Moving on. Everton, Nottingham Forest. I've gone 2-0 Forest actually, following that win against West Ham, which I think was a good win, to be honest. Brad, what are you going for?
Forest are irrelevant to me. Their biggest achievement this year was when they knocked us out the FA Cup. I hope they celebrate it hard because they're going to have a miserable Premier League season. They're going to break Derby's points record of 11 with 10, and they're going to get smashed to pieces by Everton 4-0.
Right, cool.
You can't expect anything.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, sorry about that. There's an echo somewhere. Where is that echo? Manny, it might be an echo on your mic. Yeah, there's an echo on the mic, Manny. So just keep it on until I get the prediction down. Right.
Can you hear me, Steve?
What, Brad? Yeah, I can hear. Go on, Brad.
Sorry, my screen's written.
Yeah, say that again for us, because I couldn't hear the echo. So, what was the scoreline again you were going for?
Well, I'm a Leicester fan, mate. I want Forest to finish bottom of the league 4-0. They're going to lose.
Oh, okay. 4-0 Everton. My bad. 4-0 Everton's a bit extreme. Jesus Christ. See,
yeah, but it's Forest. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I know. This is where I'm coming from. You know, everyone tells me I'm deranged because I don't like Spurs. Well, that's where I'm coming from, man. Like,
Exactly, mate.
Rivals to win, right? Manny.
If there's one thing I've learned is that Leicester fans despise Nottingham Forest. I seriously don't know why. I mean, I'm going to have to look up that rivalry. I'm going for a 2-1 Forest win. Everton is still going to struggle without a striker. I don't see them making any move to sign a striker. Latest news from the transfer market is they're looking to sign some Ajax midfielder on loan, but for heaven's sake, they need a striker. Mohamed Kudus is his name, that midfielder. 2-1 to Forest. Forest look really good. They've got the bit between their teeth. Everton have got all sorts of problems. They need a striker. They're not going to get goals. Maybe they'll get one from their midfield, but 2-1 Forest. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Put C as well.
I'll save you the research. It's East Midlands derby. They're in the same part of the East Midlands we are. We share the same side of a train track, which is why we always sing to them, always shit on the red side of the track, because there's a train line that runs through Nottingham and Leicester
pretty much
to get to the games. So that's it. It's pretty simple, the rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a bit like the East Anglia derby between Norwich and Ipswich on Stephen's neck of the woods.
No, it's not.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just not that popular because no one cares about the Forest.
To be fair, it really isn't, because ours is one county and another. It's not not like a train track. One's in Norfolk, one's in Suffolk. Like,
Yeah.
so,
but it's still East Anglia, Stephen.
yeah, but but he's talking about the difference of a train track. We're talking about the difference of a county. It's a bit of difference. Trust me, I've driven from Ipswich to Norwich. It takes 40 odd fucking miles. It takes 2 hours. Well, it depends if the A140 is completely blocked, that is. Anyway, Anthony, what are you going for?
Right, I'm going to go 2-0 Nottingham Forest. The reason being, Frank Lampard, he's not really doing well there. And you can quote me on this. I think he's going to be the first manager to get sacked this season.
Yeah. And now my dream was it was going to be Arteta.
Oh, well, yeah, and mine, but I can't see that happening, Stephen. I just can't.
Mate, not with this love fest. Jesus Christ. I'm sure Mike's probably put his in the chat, actually, to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah, he's put 3-1 Forest.
Mike, why are you not
He's busy at the he's just busy at the minute, that's why.
How's everyone doing, by the way?
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. How are you?
I'm
Not
good.
too bad, Nicole.
Right, what did you think of the Russell Mania last weekend?
Not too much into wrestling, I can't lie.
No, I'm talking about on the touchline between Conte and Tuchel.
Oh, that. Jesus.
I won't tell you what wrestling is, mate. I don't know anything about it.
Honestly, I couldn't care less.
It's mate, it's a derby. It's what you like to see, man. Yeah, I'd
Look,
like to see it in a North London derby.
Look, man, I understand why Conte wasn't looking at him in the eye.
Yeah, I get your point.
It's too small.
Angry.
Right.
He was angry with Tuchel. Even I wouldn't, if I was.
Yeah.
If I was Antonio Conte.
So
Conte had no cause to be angry. His team secured a point against all odds. He should have been happy. And to not look you in the eyes disrespect.
I just wanna shout out. I don't know how Joanne says your L140 is always blocked. How do you know? Mate, it's just a nightmare at times. Trust me, especially when I do road work there. Jesus.
Look,
First off, I've got to just say, big up Saeed. He won last week, the first one of the season, which was Matchday 1. So, big up for him for that. And he said, freaking know it all.
How are you scoring these, Steve? Just so I know. Are you scoring these with like
the scoring in is 1 point for the outcome, so who wins or draws, and then 3 points for the exact score line. But because obviously you get because you've got the outcome and the right score line correct, you get the extra point for the getting the right outcome. So it's 4 points, basically.
No.
So,
Right, so you can score 1, 3, or 4 points then.
So there you go. Nippon, I'm just gonna have to go through your predictions for Arsenal Bournemouth, then Spurs Wolves, and then Nottingham Forest, just quickly.
Arsenal versus Bournemouth. God, am I going to do what you and Brad do when it comes to Tottenham and Forest, or am I going to keep my football brain on?
No, just go for it, mate. Look, just do whatever you want to do. Just go for it.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay. 1, 2.
Oh, it's at the Vitality, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, 2-1 Arsenal.
Then Tottenham Wolves at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
At White Hart Lane. I'm going Tottenham 2, Wolves 1.
Right, and then Everton Forest.
I'm going Everton 1, Forest 2. Sorry, Brad.
No worries, mate. It's
all
my
right.
hatred, not yours.
Anyway, we'll move on to Leicester City versus Southampton. I'm going to start with obviously the Leicester fan himself, Brad. What are you going
Oh.
for?
My heart says I want to go for another 9-0, but I just don't see that being possible.
Mate, not now. No.
No, not now. First of all, I would love to see the starting 11 and see Fofana in our starting 11 after all the shit, the reports of him apparently asking to be dropped when that's not the case. Rodgers was asked a question in his interview and he said if a player wasn't committed 100% or he felt they wouldn't get picked. It'd be interesting to see if he's playing. I think that could have an effect on the mentality of the game. But I'm going to be optimistic given our next 3 games are very, very difficult and we haven't got a win yet. So I'm going to say that we're going to get our first win, get off the mark, get that boost in confidence that we need. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 Leicester win.
Okay. Well, I went 2-1 Leicester, to be fair. So.
I mean, to be fair, even I can't predict
Manny, what are you going for?
2-0.
Oh, hang on, hold on.
Right next to the phone.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Nippon, there's something wrong with the mic on your end.
Can you hear me now?
Right, I'm back, Stephen.
Right. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Right. All I'm gonna
Hold it, Stephen. Did you get my prediction?
Hang on. Can't. One at a time.
Is the game on the south coast or
no? Is that King Power?
King
Right.
Power?
Let me just go through what games have I missed. No. No one's missed any games. First of all, and we're on Leicester Southampton. Duran's gone for 9-0. Yeah, trust me, it's a nightmare. Trust me. We've got to rip Bournemouth apart with a light bulb.
You better be, look, if Bournemouth somehow shock Arsenal, you'd better be here saying you were wrong.
I said they'll be.
Mate, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, what did you say, Mike?
What was that, Mike?
I've got Bournemouth to win 2-1.
What?
Oh, okay.
You're having a laugh, right?
No.
To be fair, no, they're not.
Wolverhampton have a very good record at Spurs away. They've won 3 games and 1 draw away to Spurs. So they win there a lot, and the 2 new signings are starting. Guedes and Nunes are starting for them as well.
Right,
and
anyway,
Romero is out for Spurs as well. Don't forget that. So Davinson Sanchez is starting.
Oh, Wolves are awful.
Let's move on. Let's move on quickly. Manny, what Leicester versus Southampton?
Yeah, my prediction is 2-0. I don't think Southampton are going to score, and I think Leicester will have a game plan to keep James Ward-Prowse quiet. And Leicester have shown enough in their 2 games to suggest that they will, not only survive relegation, but also stay up comfortably, and they should be able to challenge for Europe later on. So, 2-0.
Okay. Anthony?
I think it's going to be a good game. Do you know what, Stephen? I think it's got a draw written all over this. I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay. Interesting.
And good news for Leicester fans. Jamie Vardy signed a 2-year contract extension today. So.
Okay. Mike?
I've gone 2-1 Saints in this. I think both teams are struggling at the moment on and off the pitch. Saints haven't really recruited that well. I think they're linked to Mario Balotelli as well, bringing him to the Premier League, which is going to be funny.
Christ.
I literally said that they haven't brought in anyone experienced in the window, and then they're going get Balotelli, which is one of the most experienced players you could probably get. And Leicester have not signed anyone. I think Tielemans, from what a few Leicester fans are saying, they don't really think Tielemans or Fofana will start with the speculation regarding them. I think it'll be a bit of a boring game, to be honest. But I'll go 2-1 Saints.
I never liked you anyway, Mike.
That's good, mate. Good to know. The FA Cup, remember, Brad?
Yeah, well, all right, fair dues.
25 minutes, 24 seconds it took.
Yeah, say.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
Leicester, Southampton. I think 1-1. I think it'll be a draw. I think both teams will score. Both teams leaks in a lot of goals. It could actually be 2-2, now that I think. Yeah, 2-2.
Yeah, look at this cheeky fucker. It's like dropping his links in, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I'm taking over the channel, innit? He's going from SFeatleyTV to King's SFeatleyTV, very soon.
How much you paying me?
We can discuss it in the background,
You're already a king on your own channel. Don't try and annex Stevens. I'll fight you tooth and nail.
I forgot the lawyer is here as well, guys. Steven got a personal lawyer.
We got personal lawyers. Two bidders already, man. Let's go.
Steve.
Yeah.
Can I give my prediction now?
Yeah. Go on. Just
no.
I find some redemption on your hands, Brad. I'm going Leicester 2, Southampton 1. I do think Southampton will score the first goal.
Okay.
If they have a corner, they're bound to score.
Or a free kick.
No, we don't. We can deal with free kicks. It's corners we struggle at. See, these old corners, keepers forget they can use their hands and catch the fucking ball.
Is that ball price though? Set pieces.
I remember that's something Leno can't do.
Leno, what a great player.
Who would you sign?
Yeah, it's why I'm very good. That's what.
Right. Moving on to Everton versus Brentford. It's not Brad, sorry. Yeah. Brad, what are you going for?
What? Everton versus
Brentford.
Fulham Brentford.
No,
Fulham Brentford.
Oh, Fulham Brentford.
This has got one of them.
Sorry, I was thinking of next week's one.
I mean,
yeah, I was thinking of next week. That's fine. Not bad. Yeah.
I think a lot of
way,
people...
just before I say,
fun
fact. This is the first Fulham Brentford London derby in the top flight in the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, this West London derby was the Championship playoff final 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
3 seasons ago, I think it was.
There you go. That's a fun fact for you. Right, yeah, go on, Brad. What was your prediction?
Yeah, I think this game might be one of them that's a bit anticlimactic. It comes with all the hype. It's a very well-known Championship fixture over the last few years. Brentford are trying to prove that second season syndrome won't affect them like clubs before them, and they've got off to a good start. They got a very good, well-earned point against us on the opening day, which I think set the marker for them. Fulham look like I just think Fulham are going to do a Fulham again. Fulham and Norwich come hand in hand. They get up, they come down. But, the only difference between them and Norwich is they spend a load of money before they get relegated. I honestly think this could be the last on match of the day. I'm going 0-0.
Okay. 0-0. Manny, what are you going for?
2-2 draw. There'll be goals in this game. Both teams are capable of scoring. And I think Fulham at Craven Cottage will be a very tough proposition for Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be difficult to see how Brentford will be able to master that performance last week. And I just think both teams are going to go at it. It will be a typically feisty derby clash. And there will be goals in this one, whether it's from Mitrovic or someone else at Fulham. Definitely the likes of Tony, De Silva and company might find the net for Brentford. 2-2. Not too much to give away. Yeah.
I think Manny just wanted to say the word and letter and number 2 about 400 times there. That was very well put with a lot of 2s in it.
An accident, mate. An accident.
So you've gone 2-2. Anthony.
I was thinking the same scoreline. Is it going to be a draw? And I said it's going to get goals, and I'm going to go for a 2-2 as well.
Yeah, 2-2. Right. Mike.
I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm not going to go draw. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham. I really like the way Fulham play. Mitrovic, everyone said he's not going to do it in the Prem. And he shut those haters right up. He's got some very, good players around him in João Palhinha. They've also signed Kevin and Babu at right back. I know Bert Leno is not unbelievable, but for Fulham, he's a good signing. They've also signed Andreas Pereira.
We should have got more money for him.
Yeah. They've also signed Andreas Pereira, which fits in at that Fulham side. Yeah, 2-1 Fulham.
Yeah. Say
Brentford, Fulham. 3-1 Brentford. Got nothing to do that. I got a Brentford attacker in my FPL.
It's got nothing to do with that. Say,
Now, but jokes aside, I think Brentford, as I've said many times, I really rate the manager. I don't think he gets enough praise in the media. I don't think Brentford gets talked about enough. If you look at how little money they've spent, and the journey that they've taken is unbelievable, and they should get more attention. I think they'll be safe this season, and they look very good. I think they'll win, but I do think Fulham will score.
Yeah, Nippon, what are you going for?
I'm going. Is it at Craven Cottage or the
Craven Cottage?
I'm going for a 2-1 Brentford win.
2-1 Brentford. Right.
Have you given yours, Stephen?
Yeah, I put 2-1 Brentford as well.
Oh.
Right. Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Let's start with Brad.
Crystal Palace versus Villa. It's just one of them games, isn't it, that is a coupon wrecker. This wrecks your better actor, doesn't it? This game, because you look at these two sides and think, who's going to win? Or is it going to be a draw? And you can't pick between them because they're both in and around where they normally finish. I have to admit, I was one of them that thought, like others before him, Vieira would fail being a player come manager so quickly in terms of being from Man City to that. But he's impressed me. I was asked the question that if Brendan Rodgers was to leave Leicester in a few years' time, who would I want to replace it? And right now, the way he's performing with Palace, I would take Patrick Vieira in as a future Leicester manager, not an immediate Leicester manager, but as a future one if he continues to show that he can do. I'm just saying.
If you're saying Rodgers out, I'm going to get you on camera and say it.
No, not right now. No, I'm talking a future Leicester manager, like when Rodgers' time is done in a few more seasons.
You mean in about 6 months?
No, because then I wouldn't want Vieira that early. But maybe we never know. Maybe Brendan's time will come before. But I'm gonna give Palace the edge in this game, just because I feel like Steven Gerrard's under a lot of pressure this season to really show that he's learned and his experience from playing in a B League. Scottish football, not B League. And I'm going to say 2-1 Crystal Palace.
You went invincible there. Have some shame.
That's not hard.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I also went invincible. I also went invincible with Bournemouth in the Premiership on Football Manager. It's not that impressive.
To be fair, if he did it with
Not the England
Aberdeen, if he did it with like Alex Ferguson did with Aberdeen or something, then I'd figure it out. But
he did something not many Rangers managers could do.
But the fact that you say not many,
but
is
can you see,
bring Celtic dominance to an end.
Yeah, but Napun, look at the difference. He's gone to the Premier League and he's finding it a lot tougher to deal with in the Premier League than he is in the Scottish Premiership.
Yeah, but look at
the levels are completely different.
Managing as well.
Yeah,
you can't also tell me that Aston Villa are a better team than Rangers.
Well, Tierney was walking out with Celtic. He comes to Arsenal and just because of the physicality of it, he's been struggling.
Injuries have eaten him alive.
Yeah, but even then, he's still not fully successful at Arsenal, is he?
Well, injuries have stopped him from being successful.
Not exactly.
Nip, and that proves the point then. If the Premier League is too physical for him, then it proves that he's not ready.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about now?
To be a manager, you don't have to have the physicality.
Well, I think you guys are speaking about two very different things.
But the thing is, as a manager, it's so much easier, right, in terms of competition, to be in the Scottish Premiership than it is to compete in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Premier League, anyone with Rangers, right, can beat. Like it would be a shock if Rangers lost to someone who was at the bottom of the league. Whereas in the Premier League, like if someone like in the top four lost to someone towards the bottom end, it's not such a big of a deal. It's not so much a big of a shock because
the quality in gap between Rangers, Celtic, and the rest is huge. Is so big. It's ridiculous.
That's why Gerrard is having such a difficult time at Villa. Than he was at Rangers.
Yeah, because he has a good team. He should do better. Like, don't get it wrong.
We're not saying he's a shit manager. He's just saying he's having tough the time.
Yeah, Villa's team should be competing for European places. Like, when you have players like Jacob Ramsey, Buendia, Coutinho, Ings, Watkins, Traore, Bailey, Cash, Dine, like Martinez in goal. Like they have solid players in each of every position from back to top, and they got a solid bench as well. So they should
People don't realize this is Gerrard's first full season because he came in like January as well.
That is a good point.
Exactly. This will be his big thing.
Anyway,
we'll see. We will see anyway. This season will tell us a lot about him.
We'll see how this goes. So Brad, you said that was 2-1 Palace. Did you say?
Yes, I did, mate.
Right. Manny, what are you saying?
For me, it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be an iconic clash between two midfield legends of days gone by, Vieira and Gerrard. I don't think either team will want to lose this game, and they'll definitely set their teams up to make sure
you're not going to back Vieira if you're going to make it out like that. How dare you?
What are you talking about? And I'm going to sort of...
man, and you're making it out about Gerrard versus Vieira. Vieira beat him every time. Like, come on.
Chalk and cheese, Mr. Featley. That was on the pitch. Now they're in the dugout, yeah? So just calm down.
Manny Churchill, everyone. Manny Churchill.
Thank you very much indeed. And I'm going to lend my voice to the debate about the issue of quality. It might not even be an issue of quality of the teams that are coming up, but the fact, with the exception of the two teams competing for the league, City and Liverpool, we see that there's a lack of consistency among the rest of the top teams at the top. So if the other teams were a lot more consistent, there wouldn't be that much of a comparison. The reason why Celtic and Rangers do well every season is because they have the consistency, and yes, they also have the clout to buy the players. But you can't simply just take into consideration that just because you're successful in Scotland, you won't necessarily be successful in England. I mean, Rodgers came from Celtic, and he hasn't done too badly with Leicester. Yes, it might be difficult right now, but I actually back him to find a way to get Leicester to continue to punch above their weight, and they still have a lot in them. So it's really an issue of a lack of consistency among many teams that are near the top. And the reason why City and Liverpool are right at the top is because they're the most consistent teams. You won't see them slacking off very, very often.
But I think also what you have to remember, Manny, is that Rodgers went to the Scottish League as a proven Premier League manager. He'd already done well with Swansea. He'd already done well with Liverpool. He was one kind of mistake away from winning the league when nobody thought he was gonna win it.
To be fair,
But it's like it's no slack to Scotland, but like when was the last time we saw another team win the Scottish League that wasn't Celtic or Rangers?
Aberdeen with Alex Ferguson.
When did they win?
With Alex Ferguson.
Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, exactly. So
and it took
that's
him
what
7 years. And it took him 7 years to adapt to the league.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's probably more than 30 years in a row where no other team wins the
over
league.
30 years.
So it's like it's no dig at them, but it will never go 30 years.
The thing is when Rangers got sent to the bottom of the league,
yeah,
that was it. No one was gonna win it apart from Celtic.
Yeah. I mean, it's no dig. It's just that the gap between, let's say, Celtic and Rangers and next team is big, and it's not just because they are bigger clubs. It's because they have so much more money. Yeah. It's almost like when you look in Germany, for example, Bayern Munich and Dortmund are the two teams that keep on winning the league.
Anyway, we gotta push on. So
Anthony, Steven, 1983, 1984 was the last time.
Wow. Anyway, we gotta push.
Almost 40 years.
And Anthony.
This game I think is going to be a boring game, Stephen. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw on this one. And all I can say is that
sorry.
All I can say is that where the game's going to be boring, there's not going to be so much attacking in this game, and there ain't hardly going to be a lot of defending either. You're going to find the ball around the middle of the park, with both teams with their midfielders how they play, and that's it. It is going to be a boring game, this one.
Mike.
No, I'll stick with what I went with previously. 2-0 Palace. I think they've got some excellent players in their team with Elise, Eze, Mateta, Edouard, Matt Gehi at the back, and that Doucouré that they've signed is absolutely unbelievable. And also, everyone said they would struggle when Conor Gallagher went back to Chelsea, and they probably look better without Conor Gallagher because they can become more of a team. So I'll go 2-0 Palace. It'll take Villa a while, but I think they will. As soon as Villa click, they'll play some good football, but they've just struggled so far.
See.
Yeah, I have to agree. I told a lot of people that I think that people are sleeping on how good Esse is. He had an injury, that's why he couldn't play last season, but I think he can do as well as Gallagher or even better. I think he has potential to become a classy attacking midfielder. I like the way Patrick Vieira sets up Crystal Palace, and I think they're gonna win 2-0. Who? Vieira. Oh, Eze. Yeah. Of course, I've said it.
Oh yeah, I'll take Vieira. Oh yeah. Well, no, actually, no. I wouldn't.
No, I don't want another legend to be thrown under the bus. So I wouldn't want Vieira at Arsenal. He means too much.
Another legend. So you think Arteta's a legend, is he?
No, but Wenger was a legend, and Wenger was thrown under the bus.
That's what we meant by legend.
Yeah, I'm not classing Arteta as a legend.
You're smoking a lot of.
No. It takes more. It takes more than winning FA Cups to become a legend. For me, anyway, when you play for Arsenal. But yeah, I would take Esse. I would take him in a heartbeat. Imagine Esse playing in that Xhaka role instead of Granit. It would be amazing. And he can play on the wing as well, and he can play number 10, and he could replace Odegaard. I like him. So 2-0 Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Okay, Nippon.
I am going for a Desmond.
A Desmond. What's a Desmond?
Desmond 2-2.
0-0. Yeah, I am.
No, he's going 2-2. Desmond 2-2. Jesus Christ, guys. Really, yeah.
Sorry, my knowledge
Brain
is not
wasn't
that great.
working this early in the day.
Yeah. It's still it's not past 1 p.m, mate. So we ain't got to football yet. So
That's fair.
once the first game kicks off, look, and especially this week, because this week we've got the early kickoff of Spurs, so mine ain't gonna kick in till 3 o'clock.
Ivan Perisic is going to score a bloody worldie in the starting 11. He's in my fantasy as well.
Fuck off.
But so is
You know what?
Davinson
It's funny. I
Sanchez.
predicted Tottenham to lose, but I've got two of their players. I've got Son and Kelelevsky in this. My fucking
Yeah, but they can score and still lose.
That's what I'm saying. No.
It could be 3-2. Nobody would be surprised.
I think Kelelevsky and Son are gonna have quality seasons.
Kulusevski.
Stephen wants a 3-2 Wolves. Kulusevski both to score.
Yeah, no, Kulusevski and Son to score.
Yeah, that's what I said. You want a 3-2 Wolves, and then you want both of them to score.
I'll put Jesus. I think Jesus is going to get a couple of goals today, so I'll put him as my captain.
Yeah.
And I'll put Zinchenko as vice captain, so I think they're going to defend well today. Right.
Perisic in your fantasy team is a steal because he's down as a defender and he's going to be playing at wing back, so he's going to get a lot of assists.
Brad, West Ham versus Brighton.
I don't know what any of you have already got predicted, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a whirl on a fact here, as I do with stats. Since getting into the Premier League,
I know where this is going.
Yeah, you should know. You've heard me say it. Look, Brighton have never lost to West Ham. They've never lost. It's the only team they've never lost to them. Yeah, but with me saying that, all good things come to an end, and Brighton have been around for a couple of seasons now, and I think, whilst I think both teams will do well and challenging for that top 7 sort of spot, I'm going to go and stick my neck on the line and say West Ham 2, Brighton 1.
You sure that's the right decision, Brad?
All good things have to come to an end, mate.
I know things. Oh God.
So you're going for
West Ham to win 2-1.
Okay.
And their hoodoo that Brighton they have up with Brighton.
Okay. Manny.
Well, I mean, obviously you speak with such confidence about all good things coming to an end, mate, but sorry, this won't be the day. I just think Brighton are a much more organised team. They have an outstanding manager. And I actually predict that having overachieved last season, West Ham should probably be a team in decline because, you know, it's the indomitable law. What goes up will eventually come down. Mm-hmm. I think that West Ham will struggle to try and recreate those heights, and I think they will be involved in European competition this season. It's going to be difficult for them, even with the signings they've made.
Well, they've had to play on Friday, that's why.
What?
You know, West Ham had to play this Friday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
In the what is it? The
Conference League.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Is it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
That's why I went Brighton.
Exactly. I mean, I'm going for Brighton to win. They're just a lot more cohesive under Graham Potter, and I think Moyes' team will struggle. I'm going for a 2-1 win to the Seagulls.
Okay, Anthony.
You know what? I'm going to have to agree with Brad, and I think it's going to come to an end. The reason being, I think West Ham's got more firepower up front when you've got the likes of Antonio and it's Gamico or something they signed from the Italian team.
Scamacca. We were interested. Scamacca. We were linked with him.
Yeah, we were linked with him. Yeah, and I just think they got more firepower up front than what Brighton. I think that's where Brighton lacks, to be honest with you, is a decent striker and get some goals, like 15 to 18 goals a season. They haven't got that, so I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham.
Mike.
I'm going to agree with Brad and Anthony. I'm going to go 3-1 West Ham. I just think I know a lot of people are going to say they've played European football, but they're going to be tired. But the flip side of that is they've recently played a high intense game where if they lose that, they might not qualify for Europe. So they're going to be sharp, they're going to be ready, and they're going to be, going into this game off the back of a 3-1 win in a European competition. Scamacca off the mark, Antonio and Bowen off the mark is what you want to, happen. And yeah, Brighton don't have a striker. Well, they do, but I mean, it's Danny Welbeck, so read into that as you want. But no, I think West Ham are better this season. I think they're much more equipped to, dealing with European football and with the Premier League, and also I think they're favourites for the Conference League. 3-1.
Say.
Don't underestimate Danny Welbeck, mate. When you think he's ineffective, he'll score.
He's awful.
Say.
He's crap.
Yeah.
He always scores past us, so I'm not saying anything. But
Go on, say.
No, I rate Brighton. Another manager that I think is massively underrated and doesn't get enough praise is Graham Potter. I think one team needs to take a punt on him. He's a great manager. He plays wonderful football. He develops players, and he's good at finding gems as well. So, yeah, I think Brighton will win. I think West Ham will be a bit tired, and I think they will focus also on their game next week to qualify for. Is it for the Conference League?
Conference League.
Yeah. So I think 2-0 Brighton.
Okay. 2-0.
To be fair, though, they are 3-1 up in that, so they may not be too sort of worried about next week's second legs. They're 3-1 up. That Viborg team were awful, to be fair. The goal they conceded was poor defending from West Ham.
So if you're playing the qualification game of not the Europa League but the Europa Conference League, I'm expecting you to win that.
Unless
Yeah. But it's just the fact that they played it, and Bowen started, Scamacca started. A lot of these players started the game, so we'll see.
Nippon.
I'm going to disagree with both Manny and Brad on this one, and I'm going for another Desmond.
That's 2-2.
Yeah, I worked out from the last time. Like, don't worry.
That's
He's learning as well, Stephen.
I'm learning. Right, Leeds United versus Chelsea. Right. Brad, what are we going for?
I don't really care for Leeds. I don't get all the wow factor about the guy that wants to play soccer with his players, man. He wants to play soccer with his players. Don't rate him. I think he's naff. But despite the fact that they somehow managed to pull off finishing top 4, I think Chelsea flatter to deceive. You look at teams going for killer instincts and they drop a lot of points when they get themselves 1-0 up. They don't seem to have that killer instinct. It's hilarious that they spent nearly 120 million on 2 players only to sell one of them back and loan one of them back within a season of being at the club. That just shows how bad their business is and how they cannot adhere to a style of play to fit the 2 players they brought in. But my hate's a big word, but my disdain for the manager of Leeds and the way they play their football, I think it's just going to be a very scrappy, a very dull and uninteresting 1-0 win for Chelsea.
Okay. Manny.
2-0 Chelsea. They're going to want a response after that draw, and I'm pretty confident that team will put on the show. Leeds will huff and puff, but they just won't be able to blow the blue house down. 2-0 Chelsea.
Right. Well,
either way, we're about to kick off at White Hart Lane or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Right.
Come on, Wolves.
Nippon.
Another classic away win.
Hang on.
Would be great.
Right, let's just get through these first. Nippon.
I'm not come on anyone. I'm just I just want a good game of football, to be honest.
You just want to sleep.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
He had a huge journey from the Czech Republic to come back to England.
Leeds versus Chelsea, Nippon.
Okay, this is where it's getting a little tough. My head tells me it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Wait, is Tuchel in the dugout? Is Tuchel in the dugout?
He's sent off.
Yeah.
No, he got sent off. They both got sent off. Him and Conte said they're up in the stands.
Yeah, my head says it's going to be a 2-2 draw. My heart says it's going to be a scrappy 1-0 win to Chelsea.
Looks like you've got 2-2s in your head, huh? Or Desmond, rather.
Yeah, I've got Desmond. I've got Desmond lives rent free in my head.
Well, you're going to
Yo, Steven, I gotta go, but my prediction is let's see. 3.
Just put your prediction.
2-0 Chelsea. 2-0
Put
Chelsea.
your predictions for also Newcastle, Man City, and Man United, Liverpool.
Oh, that's easy. Liverpool 4-0.
Put them in a private chat, and then I can write them down.
Okay. All right, no worries.
Right, Nippon, just quickly give us your prediction for Chelsea Leeds.
1-0 Chelsea.
Right. There. We can get this. Once we can get this over with, then we can have a chat about the other games. Right, let's get this over with. Right, Anthony.
I'm going to go... Do you know what? I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea.
Right, big up Saeed for coming on. Make sure you go and subscribe to King's Football Show. Mike?
I know I'm going to get stick for it, but I don't care because it's a bloody prediction show. 6-2 Chelsea. Leeds always get battered one game a season. And I watched that.
Have you seen our attack up front, Mike?
All right, hang on. Let him.
The game that Chelsea played Spurs, I thought that if Chelsea had their shooting boots on, they would have scored 5 or 6 against Tottenham. They were that good. And I genuinely think Leeds are embarrassing. Not because I hate them or anything, no bias, but an absolute shambles. And he could go play his soccer somewhere else.
Right, there we go. Let's do it. Let's go.
They get relegated as well, so soccer championship.
Right, two more games. Newcastle versus Man City. Right, and I'm going to start with Brad once again.
This is a tough one, not just because Newcastle have had a passing of the torch in ownership and oil pumped. I mean, money pumped into the club to help. I know. To be fair, you know I'm not bitter. You know,
you'd be over the moon if Leicester had an oil takeover.
I wouldn't want it, mate. To be honest with you, I'm very happy and very trusting in our owners. They are, in my opinion, I don't care how biased it sounds, they're the best. They're the best owner in football.
Yes,
might have the finances, but they're the best owner in that.
And only one league title to show for it.
Which is still more than 16 Premier League sides. So there's a middle finger that you can't see to swivel on that, and it's also one more FA Cup than most clubs. So.
Florentino Perez has around 7 La Ligas.
Yeah, but Nippon. Yeah,
we don't play in the Spanish league.
You're comparing Leicester to fucking Real Madrid.
You said
that's like comparing the world.
Nippon, this is where you're getting mucked up. Just because like you spend the most money doesn't mean you're the most run club. We spend tons of money, but we're shitly run. Man United spend money, but they're shitly run. It's about how well managed top to bottom. Right? They're like, for example, the last game of the season where fans were allowed back in the stadium. Right? Did give anything to our fans? No. What did they do? They gave free drinking food and drink to their fucking fans in the stadium. It's small little things like that of how run their club. They're there every single game.
All
right?
I'm asking I'm saying is how
much you spend and how much you win. It's about how effectively you run as a club.
Oh, that's not always about winning, no.
Nippon. A football owner is not what you win. It's how you morally run your club to all areas. And also, I've heard Brad and Chris mention a few times on Leicester Till I Die. It's not just about the football club is run at Leicester. It's the whole city of Leicester, the whole training ground, just making the place a better place. And a football city.
So it's not all about the trophies then?
No, it's not all about the trophies.
Okay. By that logic, would you give up? Okay, you as a Man United fan. Okay, no, probably not the right thing here. But with a Man City fan, I don't know if there are any in the chat. Would you give up trophies?
Never mind the chat, mate.
Okay, would you give up I just want to ask any Man City fan this question.
There's none here.
Would you give up trophies for a best owner who gives free drinks after every game?
No, hang on a minute.
Now you're besmirching the fact that our owners are just doing nothing for a club and they're doing little petty things. Don't come at my club like that by trying to compare them to a club that's actually also well run.
Can I just make a point here? Let me make a point here, right? Man United, for example, right? As soon as you took Alex Ferguson away, right, you saw what happens when they've got their owners running the club, which spend loads of money. The shit, right? And that's what's happened now, right? So with Arsenal, like you could say, for instance, right?
Sorry, Brad.
Leicester may not have the finances of other clubs, right? They might not they don't have the appeal. They probably don't have the bigger stadium, the bigger fans, right? So for the size of the club, winning a Premier League is monumental, right?
I got mixed up.
They run it and meet the expectations of the club. If they meet the expectations of the club, then they're a well-run club.
Yeah, it's basically Leicester's a steady run club. That's what Leicester are. They're not doing great. They're not doing crap. They're doing average in the middle. But Leicester is. I think I was on the stream. I heard on the stream once. It's not just all about. It's not just all about whether they've got money, stadium, and all this and that as well. And I think Brad can quote me on this. Leicester that some of it is community-based run as well, isn't it? It's like, with the people that live in Leicester as well,
Plus as well, if you look at Man City, you look at their youth facilities and their training facilities. Look at the women's team of all of a sudden, and the amount of money that's been pumped into the women's game by the Man City and maybe even Chelsea, for example. Right? But
I want to apologize to Brad.
Yeah,
I got mixed up.
Yeah, but like I'm saying is, if you look at Phil Foden, for example, that's probably a product of them investing in their training facilities and youth facilities, right? And investing in their community.
Do you know what? 10 years ago, if Phil Foden was coming through as a Stockport boy, 10 years ago, he's going to Man United. Oh, man, no, 20. He's going to Man United. But now, it's like, why would I go there when I can go to Man City with this multi-billionaire
and they're also investing in community as well.
Yeah, and they've got their own stadium, the Man City training ground that was actually used in the Women's Euros.
Cast it to that's today. I think Vars will win 1-0, and it will kick off in the big time. Never a good day, but no worries, man. If you get a striker, then maybe 6 minutes. No,
they need more than a striker, Stephen, mate.
Yeah, need a striker though. Anyway, Brad,
still there. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
He's fine, Nippon. He's fine. He just put your camera on and blow him a kiss down the camera. He'll be all right.
Brad.
Yes.
Go for it.
What am I predicting the score?
Newcastle, Man City.
I mean, look, Newcastle always like to cause a bit of an upset, don't they? You normally find that Newcastle play Man City and Liverpool around the end of the season and cause a bit of an upset and play their part in the title race a little bit. I think they'll do well. I think it'll be a good game. And I can see Man City seem to be cruising already 2 games in, don't they? To Liverpool are already stuttering. And despite, a very good point that was made about consistency of both their clubs. You can't afford either one of them to give a gap early doors. It's not easy to make up. Saying that, I think whilst Newcastle will give them a good game, I still see Man City coming out on top of this game, and I'm going to go 3-1 Man City.
I'm... Yeah, well...
Right. Manny.
2-0 to the Citizens. I don't think Newcastle are going to score. I think City's defence looks to be quite watertight. 2 clean sheets in their first 2 games. Straightforward. Newcastle will give them a good game, but I think they're not going to break them down. So 2.
Right.
That's me picking.
Anthony.
I'm going to go 2-0 Man City. Reason being, I can't see Newcastle scoring because, to be honest with you, they haven't really got a striker up front, have they? Like decent strike force that's scoring goals. I mean, they signed Woods from Burnley. He used to play for Bristol City. I mean, he was absolutely crap. You know, so
2-0 Man City.
Yeah.
Mike.
I think Newcastle are getting so overhyped and overrated. I don't think they're obviously a good team, but I don't think they're as good as what everyone's trying to make it that they are. It's basically money talk.
I don't think the actual club are bigging themselves up like that. I think it's just people around them.
Yeah, not the club. I mean the media.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
The media talking about this game should never be on Sky as a Super Sunday game. There's other games that would have been on Sky, but there's reasons to why they've put this on Sky now. But because Newcastle are going to be a team that are constantly on TV, I think now with the money. But anyway, get the money side. I think Man City, if results go Man City's way, they could go 7 points above Liverpool already. I know it's only 3 games, but like you said, Stephen, you don't want to get further behind each other, Man City, Liverpool, because it can be hard to rectify the gap. But even at this early stage, I think it's going to be comfortable for Man City. They scored 4 last week without Erling Haaland scoring a single one. I'll go 3-0 Man City, Erling Haaland hat-trick.
Okay, 3-0 Man City. I'm just going to quickly get...
You can put Haaland hat-trick in little brackets if you want, just so when I'm right, I can come back to it.
Yeah, I'll remember it. Don't worry.
You're sticking your neck out, aren't you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm not going to put a bet on that, actually. Please gamble responsibly. When there's fun, stop.
Yes. Make sure you gamble responsibly as usual. Right, Nippon.
2-1. Either way.
We can't put that as a prediction.
Which one?
I'll go into the betting shop. Right, I'll put a tenner on 2-1.
You're going to lose a tenner either way. Go on. Which one are you going for?
I'm going for a shock. 2-1 Newcastle. There you go.
Wow.
Hey, at least it's not another Desmond. Be thankful for that.
Right, that's near the bottom of the league confirmed.
To be fair, if he gets that right, then the right outcome. Then
look. Remember when I said Villarreal would knock Bayern Munich out of the Champions League?
Yeah.
That was
fun.
You were on that stream, weren't you, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he called that.
I was one writing down all the predictions. Took about 4 pages.
Everyone, I think me and Steve were the only ones that predicted Bayern Munich to get knocked out.
To be fair, I said Bayern would win it like 6-1 on aggregate, to be fair. So
Anyway, let's go. Last game. Man United versus Liverpool.
United.
Nah, before we go anywhere, I'll just put what I've put down. Man United 0, Liverpool 6.
Never gonna happen.
No.
Annihilation.
These mad score predictions will never happen, and I'll tell you for why when it's my turn. But carry on.
Okay. That's what I said the last time. Was it fine?
There's a reason now, but I'll wait.
Okay. Brad.
I mean, Manchester United versus Liverpool in recent years has been an absolute kicking for Manchester United. I don't think this is going to be a season for Liverpool where they just suddenly collapse and fall away and burn out. I think they're still going to push Man City to the end. It might be a more comfortable title win than last season for them, but I still think they're going to get pushed pretty much all the way. Liverpool haven't quite clicked yet, and that might give Man United fans some false hope that things can settle down with 10 Hag, 11 Hag, or whatever shit retarded song they want to put up at him. It's embarrassing. Anyway, but I still can't look past Liverpool winning this game and winning it quite comfortably. I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool.
Okay. 3-0 Liverpool. Manny.
3-1 Liverpool. Again, United are going to Ten Hag will want a result from his boys. They're going to huff and puff and try their hardest. I think they will score. Liverpool will just have too much for them. And they're also going to need a response after drawing games they should have won. Liverpool are just too dominant, but 3-1 for me. 3-1 to Liverpool.
I'm going to go for a Liverpool win on this one, Stephen. Do you know what? I'm going to go 4-1 Liverpool. Reason being, I don't think... I think Ten Hag's got a lot of work to do there. Personally, I think he's got a couple. I know he's got to bring in a couple of more players.
But I mean, up front, to do if he can't get rid of them,
exactly, this is the problem. Yeah, he's not going to get back in. Rashford is not scoring. I know. I'm happy to see him play, but he's not scoring. Ronaldo, when he come on in the second half of the last game, he looked knackered. And he only played 35 minutes. He come on in 10 minutes in the second half, and he looked absolutely shattered. So I think they're lacking up front, basically, Manchester United, and also a bit in defence as well. I mean, Maguire ain't that great, and Wan-Bissaka's not that great, and neither's Luke Shaw. So, and David De Gea was absolutely dreadful. So this is what I'm saying. So I'm going to go 4-1 Liverpool.
Mike. Go for it.
It's going to get abandoned. AA. Cancelled.
That's why.
Lasers out.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. It was going to be, we're going to come up with an amazing tactics from Ten Hag or something like that. It's just going to get abandoned.
Yeah, abandoned.
Okay, so we're just going to predict these scorelines for when it actually gets played.
Oh, all right, 0-0. 0-0.
Oh, you can't even predict the win.
It's a win for us, mate. After the last few games against Liverpool, a 0-0 draw is bloody beautiful.
Whoa, have some shame, Mike. Have some fucking shame.
Nippon, you say Chelsea 2 Leeds 2.
Yeah, you said 2-2.
But
Against bloody Leeds. You're Chelsea.
You're gonna celebrate like, mate. You're gonna celebrate like a bloody pork chop.
Are you going to celebrate if you get a 2-2 draw against Leeds?
If you look, you lot are going to celebrate. if you draw against Liverpool, your fans are going to celebrate like they've won the World Cup.
Nippon. Chelsea are interested in buying Harry Maguire. I don't think you should be saying anything.
Hey, Tuchel has a knack of getting the best out of defensive players. Wait,
so no. You're saying that Tuchel can get the best out of Harry Maguire? Hang on. Just like he got the best out of Werner, which you've sold. Just like he got the best out of Lukaku, which you had to get rid of. Just like he's going to get the best out of Bakayoko, who's gone now. Barkley's gone. All of these players are washed. Chelsea ain't finishing the top 4.
Okay, Chelsea not finishing top 4. You think Arsenal are then?
Yes.
Okay, chat. Clip this. If Arsenal finish above Chelsea in the top 4, I'm going to go to that shithole of a stadium and watch...
What, Stamford Bridge?
No, the Emirates, the Emirates. I'm going to go to that stadium and watch 3 games there.
Watch their trophy celebration.
First, I'll hold you to that. To have some respect for the Emirates. Respect in your shithole.
What is
trophies at our shithole?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying Stamford Bridge is a bad ground, but I've seen abandoned parks with more atmosphere and better seating.
Hey!
Nippon, you play on Fulham Road, mate. You don't even have a road.
Mate, your fucking stadium was valued at £1, mate. Come on.
Oh,
you one and you're fucking million.
Hey. But look.
Your ground didn't even have fucking grass at one point.
Celebrating a draw.
Nippon, did you hear what Todd Bowley said?
You were playing on sand at one point. You didn't have fucking grass.
Nippon, did you hear what Todd Bowley said? He said we might need to increase the capacity to make it a louder atmosphere at Stamford Bridge. It's a shithole.
Mate, we had more.
Make no noise.
We had more noise at Highbury. We had about 12,000.
At least we win stuff at our shithole, Mike.
I've been to Stamford Bridge and I had to follow signs. We was in a car and I had to follow signs to the library. That was what I had to do because there's no chance there, is there? Really?
Can I just make?
You've now reached your destination.
Make another point.
Road.
We won trophies. We won trophies at Highbury. We made noise there. We had 12,000 seats.
Look.
Yeah.
Look,
and we should have never moved to the Emirates. We should have stayed at Highbury.
I'm not a member of Arsenal, nor do I ever want to be one. But I'll need someone to get me tickets if you finish above us, Steve.
I ain't fucking paying for it. You can get lost.
No.
Buy your own ticket. Simple as that. You're the one who's putting your neck on the line. Put your money where your mouth is.
I ain't paying for it. I ain't paying.
I'm not asking you to pay. I'm not asking you to pay.
I'm not. No, I have to just remove the. You know, I have to renew the membership just to fucking get a ticket.
Right, Nippon. The best thing for you to do is when you go on your stream next, and if it happens, present one of your streams in an Arsenal T-shirt. You got to wear an Arsenal T-shirt.
Yes, you got to wear an Arsenal shirt for your next watch along.
And on the back, you've got to put the person who the Arsenal player that you hate the most on the back of it.
I think
you can write it on with a pen. Write it on with a pen. Go cheap. Write it on with a pen or whatever. But buy a cheap Arsenal top, T-shirt, and just write the name of the player on the back.
I'm gonna need a different forfeit. Why
are you bottling it?
No, you was on about going to the Emirates. We're telling you not go to the Emirates. We're telling you to do a stream with an Arsenal top on. That'd be even better.
Yeah. And you didn't say one game at the Emirates. You said 3.
Yeah.
So look, I just then realized, how am I going to get tickets for it if I'm not even a member?
No, we're not saying that now. We're saying you got to do the stream in an Arsenal shirt then instead of that.
You notice how he wanted to do 3 games so he could understand what an atmosphere is like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm joking, Nippon. I'm joking.
I'll change 2 games to 3 streams in an Arsenal top.
Deal.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Deal.
Nippon, what's your scoreline going to be for Man United Liverpool?
What? Speak wisely, Nippon.
Man United. Okay, is it at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man United 3, Liverpool 5. Ronaldo and Salah score hat tricks.
Salah.
Ronaldo scores a hat trick. He can fucking play against Brentford.
Salah's shit. Salah's crap.
He's too busy sulking on the pit in the dugouts.
Stephen, don't spoil his dream. He wants Ronaldo to score a hat.
Mate, if he thinks they're going to score a hat trick, he's going to score a hat trick. But there you go.
Liverpool ain't scoring 5. I'm not arguing about the other bit. Liverpool ain't scoring 5. I don't think they'll batter a team this season. They just don't seem like they've got so many injuries as well. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's probably what their excuse will be.
No, Jurgen Klopp will say that the sky was too dark or something. Some bollocks.
No, that's Arteta.
Let's not pretend that Sir Alex Ferguson never made excuses.
Yeah, but Sir Alex Ferguson won like multiple Premier League titles with it.
Yeah, but he had the trophy cabinet. He had the trophy cabinet.
Look, and excuses are excuses, okay? It doesn't matter how much you win or how little.
What was Tuchel's excuse when he ran away from Conte?
Ouch. Fuck.
He's Italian. I don't not like it.
If you want to hear the mother of excuses, why don't you listen to Arsene Wenger? He was good at them.
Did you ever call him out? Did you ever call him out?
Hell yeah.
Out?
Yeah, I always called Arsene Wenger out. I just never had a channel to do it with at the time.
Did you ever call Fergie out for making excuses, Mike?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should have. Look, the same way you call Klopp out for excuses, you should call out your own managers.
Yeah, but Klopp's a little bit
the same energy.
Klopp only does it when he loses. Imagine Liverpool won, right? But they were still awful. He won't say anything. He'll say it was a good performance. He's a weirdo. I hate him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and you'd fight tooth and nail for him to be at your club.
No.
Liar.
No. Pep's
You're
better.
a liar.
Yeah.
How can someone a liar for their own opinion? It's an opinion.
How was my opinion a lie?
Yeah, that's like me asking somebody, "Do you like summer or winter?" Oh, I prefer the summer, mate. You're a liar.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
right?
can tell you watch bloody Love Island, Nippon, by that quote, by the way. That's just sad.
I'd
Mate,
rather
you
sit
watch-
on my
you
hand
watch-
and clap.
You watch that shit.
Yeah, because that quote they just said was a bloody quote that was on Love Island. That was on.
It was.
Shit.
Yeah, you know
How
why?
do you know?
Because there's so much Love Island shit on my timeline.
Okay, Nippon. Okay.
Mate,
Yeah.
Please don't. Oh no, Nippon, you should do a Love Island watch along next year in an Arsenal shirt.
Two of the things I hate the most. Fuck me.
Yeah, that'd be a great watch along for you, Nippon. You're racking the views.
Mate,
That would be
honestly,
pain.
the only
That
thing
would
I'll
be
say about
pain.
the only thing I'll say about Love Island, the only thing above that is called fucking Pornhub. Jesus Christ.
Whoa, fucking hell, that's escalated quickly.
I'm telling you.
What
I'm
about-
telling
There's a
you.
Love Island
All they
look.
do is go on and deplore themselves. Jesus Christ.
That would be the ultimate pain job. That would be the ultimate pain. Doing a Love Island watch along wearing an Arsenal shirt.
Good.
Okay, Nipper, one question. Which one would be worse, Love Island or Hollyoaks?
Oh,
Love
Jesus,
Island.
favour, please.
Love Island, because Love Island for one reason, purely simple. A,
Hollyoaks.
it's Love Island, and B,
Don't
the other reason is at least Hollyoaks has after darks. You got to see some titties. I'm
Hollyoaks.
just saying.
Yeah,
Ah.
Hollyoaks.
And also on Hollyoaks, it's not as fake.
I'm surprised. Trust me, I'm surprised Love Island didn't do after hours as well.
Big up.
They,
Big up.
on Twitter, they showed like the following of all the people's followers on social media pre-Love Island. It was like 2K. After Love Island, like 200K. I'm like, wow, just clout chasing.
That's the innocent. And you watch the relationships that come out and they literally last about 2 months and then they disappear.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've got my clout now, bye. And then they'll do like an Instagram live and they'll have like 30K watching. When before they'd have.
That's what I just don't get as well. Is just that there's been a couple of examples that might actually stay together, but like most of them are just like.
Just get yourself a fucking Tinder, man.
Yeah. Go on Tinder.
Not like I have experience with that, by the way.
No.
Just goes to show how much British TV has devolved over the years since I started
Oh
watching.
yeah, they'll feel anything was crap these days.
You're on Tinder, aren't you, Steve?
Fuck that. Anthony, I don't really want to know what you have to look up every time because you have to put up with your missus.
Anthony, you support Arsenal, don't you?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always forget.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
unfortunately, it does. Sometimes you can't tell. I can't tell what.
Trust me, I know.
Sometimes he can't tell what pain is worse, like being with his missus or watching Arsenal.
I would say supporting Bristol City personally, but I think Arsenal are doing better than Bristol City this season.
Yeah. Well, I'll see Bristol City and the missus. They're both on the same wavelength.
And then Arsenal are just like a tier above.
Yeah, and Arsenal's tier above. Yeah, definitely.
To be fair, Arsenal actually are going to have a good season. I agree with what Brad
Wait,
Erling said.
your wife is a Bristol City supporter, is she?
Yeah, well, we both come from we both live in Bristol, so that's our local team. I support Arsenal because my my nan, she come from North London, which is round by the Arsenal football stadium. So I've got things there. So that's why I like Arsenal and both Bristol City.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah.
I wonder what all the scores between the best team in North London against Wolves.
Shut up. Right.
Well, it's like what I always say.
They're not even a twitch on our feet yet.
London's red. The same as Bristol. Bristol's red.
They can have Conte. They can have this, that, and all the other. Until they match us in terms of the amount of trophies we've won, they're not even a scratch on our feet yet.
So, what about when they finish above you again?
Wait, no, they could. Yeah, so what? And do you know what? So what? Like, I used to sit there when we finished above Tottenham. I'm like, do I give a fuck? We ain't won the league.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, you just finished above. They finished above us, but they haven't won anything. So
I don't care.
You won't be able, a lot of your fans will be over the moon if St Tottenham's Day.
But that's not me. I want to win the fucking league. I wasn't pleased with St Tottenham's Day. I was pissed off because we lost the league.
I know. Trouble is, see, we got to finish top 4 first before we win the league. We got to finish in the top 4.
We all keep saying we're better than them. They're inferior to us. So why are we bothered that they finish above us? Why are we bothered that they finish below us? Then what would you expect? Right, the way we keep making it out, right? So, like I said, until they are as level on the amount of trophies we've won, they're not even scratching our frigging feet yet. They can finish as many times as they want above us. It doesn't mean nothing. No one remembers about how many times they finish above you. And what they remember is how many more trophies they've got than you.
Was it them that moved to North London, or was it you, Stephen?
No, we moved to North London. They were in Middlesex. Right. So then they became part of North London.
What, Middlesex near like Hayes and stuff?
Well, technically, their little part of North London was technically also Middlesex.
And like Edmonton and Southgate area.
Yeah,
as far as I know.
So West London? I think so.
Right, but either way, like.
May I just say, as a Leicester fan, it's truly delightful to watch you argue about. May I just say, I still find it hilarious this day that some people even try and somehow make Arsenal fans feel that Tottenham are somehow overtaking them and superior when the last fucking trophy they won was a Carabao Cup final.
I know, mate. Honestly,
let's not talk about.
I live in the Memorial Cup.
They make it out of how much. Oh yeah, they're leveling us in this that. So when they finish above, we finish above them. They make it look like it's a major achievement. Trust me, if we finished above Tottenham last season, everyone would have been loving off Arteta, saying, he's got us to finish above Spurs and give us back to Tottenham's Day. Fuck off. Honestly. Get a fucking grip, man. Where's your standards, man? Back in the Henry days, we didn't worry about St Tottenham's Day. We worried about losing Man United.
The fact that finishing
trying to beat Man United for the league. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
No? We didn't worry about Tottenham. Fucking hell.
Maybe your fans should stop singing about them then. If they're so irrelevant.
No, because you're always going to sing about a rivalry, but in the end, right, don't base how good our season is off the fact we finished below Tottenham. Shouldn't matter.
Right.
What matters is what you've won. Right? This is why this whole top 4 thing was like
a farce.
Like, yeah, we finished top 4. Well done. I want us to go win the league. So that's the next
got
step.
all the predictions in, by the way.
Yeah, we have. We've done all the predictions. Yeah. So on that note, we'll leave that where it is. But thanks for everyone that's tuned in. Thanks for everyone that's come on as well, especially last minute as well. I'll start with Anthony. Where can I find you, mate?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. My name is Anthony Herbert. You can also find me on SFeatleyTV, Football United TV, and Leicester Till I Die. And also, as Stephen was saying earlier, you won't be able to find me on Tinder. Okay.
Mike, where can I find you, mate?
They can find Anthony on bloody Grindr or OnlyFans. I'm joking, Anthony. It's fine. We'll put that conversation behind us. We won't put it on camera.
Who's Newport got today?
I'm not saying, because if we lose, I'm getting fucked. Tranmere Rovers at home.
Oh, bloody hell.
We still haven't got in the league. If results go against us, we go bottom. Oh, my God.
Sabby, both your teams bottom then, Man United and Newport.
Man United will go up to 15th, I think, when we beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
When we beat them with their crap team, overrated players, then it'll be fine. No, Mike Green on YouTube, closer to 3K now. I think we're like 40 away, which is outrageous. So please drop a subscribe on there and subscribe to Stephen, subscribe to Nippon, subscribe to Brad, and subscribe to Anthony's OnlyFans.
You're hilarious, Mike.
Nippon, where can I find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Nippon with 4 I's and 3 U's, and on my other Instagram at Nippon Reviews Lifestyle. I've changed it from Nippon Reviews Cuisines to Nippon Reviews Lifestyles. You can find me on Twitter at the Nippon Sharma, and my official Twitter, which is my official YouTube Twitter, which is NS Sports 93, and you can find me on YouTube at NS Sports TV, where I'm on the road to 1K, and on my other YouTube, which is the British Lifestyle Blogger. I'm going to be uploading on that very soon as well, so stay tuned. So yeah, road to 1K, people.
Just a few socials there for you, Nippon.
Yeah. And I also saw Nippon at Bristol Temple Meads train station on platform 4, I think it was.
Anthony, shut up.
Oh, yeah, Nippon likes his trains. Nippon, can you tell them that you are a train spotter, aren't you?
My plan is to do, and since I love reviewing stuff, my plan is to review the Pullman dining car one day.
Wicked.
Was you actually at Bristol Temple Meads the other day, was you, Nippon?
Huh? I was.
No, not the other day. No, was you?
A few years ago.
A couple of years ago, I saw him in Temple Meads. He was still on the platform. But you know what Nippon's like? He likes going on trains, doesn't he? He's actually you are a proper train spotter, aren't you, Nippon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to there's this weird train station in England. It's like only has one platform, and it's like in the middle of nowhere, and they have this old steam train that goes through it. Oh, I can't remember. I think it's Minehead or Taunton, something like that.
Taunton? No, not sure. I've heard of the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway.
That's not it, I don't think. But yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, Brad, where can I find you?
Can usually find me if you're into your football, and especially if you're a Leicester fan or you just want to rub in the fact that you probably beat us on the weekend, over at Leicester Till I Die. Twitter, my Twitter handle, if you can see on the screen, is at Fulltime Focus, and you'll find the link to my YouTube channel that I do once a week, every Thursday. It's called A Matter of Opinion. I pick a topic of what I think everybody will, or most people will engage in. I did a 90s nostalgia this Thursday. Go and check that out if it's something you're interested in. And yeah, that's where you'll find me to do shows like that, where your opinion's just allowed. Doesn't matter if you agree with me or not, it'll get talked about. You're allowed to have an opinion. In social media, that's why I created it. So yeah, if you're into that sort of stuff and you want a place that you can just say what you want within reason, obviously, yeah, check me out there. And cheers for having me on, Stephen.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for everyone that's come on. So, as usual, the Arsenal game is at 5:30 kickoff. Means there's a 5 p.m. watch along start for that game. I believe.
Yeah, that's on Sky as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's on Sky. So that'll be we'll be live at 5 p.m. for that. with half an hour build up and then the watch along itself. Then we'll be doing match reaction and player rating shows. Should have a Bournemouth fan coming on for that match reaction as well at 8 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that. Then, Monday is just, I think, either just new shows or we might do a watch along to one of the games, or if not, we'll just keep it chilled. But,
there's no game on Monday. Don't worry, Stephen.
Oh no, I'm doing a game on Monday. Definitely, I'm gonna love that. I'm gonna sit there with popcorn, right, while the Liverpool goal's going. It's gonna be beautiful.
You actually think it's gonna be a 6-0 Liverpool?
Yeah, I do. It's gonna be worse.
No, they've got so many players that are injured. Darwin Noodles is suspended.
Darwin Noodles.
I said he's not going to get more than 10 Premier League goals. He's crap.
You're willing to down this hill, aren't you?
I said 4-1.
No,
I said 4-1 Liverpool.
I said 8-8. Abandoned.
Yeah, well, we'll give you the lowdown either way. If it's abandoned, we'll let you know. If it's not, then I'll be watching that with a big.
I tell you what, if he's going to get extra points, I tell you what, if it gets abandoned, give Mike an extra point on the condition that if we somehow beat Southampton 9-0, I get a point just for
No,
staking
I'll give it. No.
Yeah.
To be fair, I will give him 4 points because he got the right outcome for that weekend. He got the right scoreline and outcome for that weekend, AA.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who scored out a goal, but apparently it's going to be a good goal. Cut inside.
Yeah.
Probably Ronaldo with his hat trick, ain't it, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the fan that like had his phone knocked out of him.
Yeah, he's a little pussy anyway.
I have to admit, the way Nippon was going on about his Desmond Tutus, I thought he was going to say that Ronaldo's going to score a hat trick and it's going to be 2-2.
Or Leeds Chelsea as the big rivalry of the weekend.
No, I thought you said he might get like they might get free Desmonds in one game, like as a
hat trick of Desmonds.
No. It might finish 6-6, so you get like 3 times the Desmonds.
Yeah, 3 Desmonds. That's
Three Desmonds in a row.
It's Newcastle.
So there you go. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the join button as well. Every bit of money goes to Children's Disease Foundation, so please hit that donation button right now. And we're back this evening for the Arsenal game, so that'll be fun. And until then, take care. Bye.